Hey, just wanted to do a quick video and show how we converted this bedroom into a music room slash office. And so here's just kind of a high level overview of the room. Just kind of going around here. Got a decent view out the window, got kind of lucky with that. Anyway, got some shelves. And then around all the way 360, here's the closet is open. And that, all right, so we got, that is actually pretty cool. A jigsaw puzzle. Then we just turned it into a poster permanently. Fender custom shop calendar, which I love, get these every year. Got some art pieces. This guitar actually is a sort of a replica that my cousin did, my nephew, when he was a teenager, did that for me. It sort of resembles a guitar that I don't seem to have out in the open right now. And that up there was really cool, gift from my niece. And this, everything on the wall has a guitar or a music, vibe. So that's very cool. These are really cool. I created all of these out of Fender custom shop calendars, like the one we just saw on the wall. So I cut them out and custom matted them all myself. And they look pretty professional. So each one of these is the dialogue from the calendar that tells about each one of these. So anyway, very cool. Coming around here. So back here. So here we have a dual guitar stand for any guests that come in and need a place to put their guitar. This is my Line 6 Power Cab 212 Plus. And Marshall DSL 40C, my pedal board. These stands are actually really cool because they put the cabinet in a position where it's shooting right to your ear rather than being straight on the floor. The Power Cab has kickstands so that if you do have to set it on the floor, you can kick it back and it will shoot up. But since I have it on the stand, I don't have a need to do that, not in this room anyway. And then this is actually really cool. I didn't have this for a long time until the last place that I moved. Holds all my favorite guitars. There's a couple that are in the closet. Just some stuff there. I actually have cables and such in some of these drawers, as well as my solder station. So, and various tools that go along with that, a bunch of audio cables tucked away in the drawers for organization. So part of this is kind of is addressing someone who asked a question about organizing your office or your music room and how you would do that. So anyway, going back over here, I do have a couple of items that really don't need to be out in the open right now. This PA, a couple of pedals here, but this piano is cool. I don't play it nearly enough. But I have it there in case I do want to play it. Then over here, I have my, this is a really inexpensive desk that this part over here swings out. So it's interesting and it's very usable. More drawers for organization. That's my go-to, or my fly rig, if you will, sort of a pedal board, a smaller pedal board in there that I can take with me very quickly. So I do have, there's my interface. So my guitar music interface. Here we have dual monitors and actually a third monitor, but the third monitor is really only used for work. So over here, I have my work laptop and my desktop is under here. Desktop computer, so that's my personal computer with all my music stuff on it, like Reaper and all of those things. So this is a little cluttered over here. But so for my home computer, music computer, I'm really only using these two dual monitors, but when I hook up my work laptop, I've actually got all three available to me, which is pretty cool. Knickknacks and stuff on the shelves, obviously. So inside this is just a regular bedroom closet, but I have here these drawers. See if I can show you. So I've got them all labeled, you've got like HDMI and video cables, you've got USB cables, power cables, etc. Helps to be organized. Some various knickknacks in these guys. Then up here, I did this kind of interesting. I took a couple of, it's like a shoe tree, it's a thing to store shoes in your closet. I turned it upside down and turned it into shelves. So it's actually kind of cool. It allows me to store all these items. So going back over here, so the organization piece of this is that, you know, we have cables that need to get from the atomic amplifier to the interface, which is way over here to this side of the room, and I was not going to run cables just directly across the floor. So I've got long enough XLR cables that reach along the baseboard, basically all the way around. You can kind of see them back there, all the way back behind and coming up over here to plug into the interface, right? So going back over here, the way I have it set up is the atomic amplifier has two outputs actually. So currently it is plugging into one XLR goes all the way around the baseboards to the interface, and then another output goes from the atomic amplifier right into the power cab, and the power cab actually has an XLR out. So it's kind of cool because you get the you know, essentially the sound, the tone that you get out of the Line 6 power cab, you actually get XLR out into the interface. So I'm able, in Reaper, when I record, I'm actually able to get the tone from this guy with a cab sim, and then he's got an output into the power cab without a cab sim. So then I'm taking the whatever the simulated speaker is from the power cab, sending that XLR out. So both of them are running those cables along the baseboard over, like I say, back to the interface. So it's kind of nice. I can blend those things. Now, right here, I've got a really nice computer setup, sound system setup with a nice subwoofer, and you can see one of the speakers there, the other speakers over there. So I got full surround. So I'm able to listen to the tone of whatever it is I'm recording through these really nice speakers, along with the power cab itself. If I have the opportunity to turn it up, you know, and crank it up. If I don't, I leave the volume down on the power cab, but I'm still getting the XLR out over into the interface for Reaper, for silent recording or what have you. Let's see, what else did I want to say? So back over here, I do have my headphones just kind of hanging off of this little doodad here, so they're right there and handy for me without being cluttered. Let's see, what else do we have here? Oh yeah, sitting up here I've got, so this Marshall DSL 40C is a loud amp, and it really needs to be loud to sound good. And so I did take a shot at using this cab clone, and I wish I hadn't, because I don't think it sounds very good at all. And I've actually got a torpedo captor en route, should be arriving any day, and I'm hoping that it sounds much better than this, and I think that it will. And then I'll be able to actually use this Marshall and use it without having to crank the volume and the speaker up. I'll be able to do silent recording, or actually send an XLR either out of the Marshall right into the power cab, or even directly out and over into the interface and do a cabinet, like say using the wall of sound from Torpedo. So I'll have options there. And I think that's about it. Oh, the other thing is, organization wise, I've got the stool here and it folds up, you see. So, you know, this is the stool that you can use for guests when they come over. I've also got, you know, the bench for the piano. It's another place to sit. So it's not a huge room, but you know, it's kind of nice. And it's fairly well organized at this point. I've got, you know, everything on shelves or in drawers. There's a little bit of clutter here and there, but not bad. So I think that is about it. I almost forgot another important piece here in the office, or is the floor. So I've got this really big, I don't have exact measurements, but you can see the really big chair mat, and which allows me to obviously to roll my chair back and forth from the computer desk there over to the pedal board or what have you. There's a smaller one over there that goes under the piano because I couldn't find one quite that big. But anyway, so that's nice. But you can kind of see the USB cables. So the atomic amplifier and the power cab both have USB connectivity to the computer, and I was not going to try to run enormously long cables, USB cables around the baseboard all the way around the room. And so what I did was, you know how these chair mats have these little, whatever you call those, they help them grip the carpet. Well, these small, skinny USB cables run very nicely just right underneath the chair mat. So I have one here and then one here, and they're just, so these are basically extensions. You can see the other end of it. Actually, that's one big long one, but this one is just an extension. So you see one in there and one in there, and then I'm plugging the other end of that. You can't see the cable, but into the computer. And then this end plugs into the back of the power cab. So that's pretty cool. And then I wanted to show this chair. So this is a really good supportive office chair, which is good for sitting and working at the computer all day. But what it came with armchairs like most office chairs do, and I find that they just kind of get in the way working and typing at the computer. And I removed them, so just completely removed them right off the chair, and so it does help at the computer. But more importantly for music, it makes it real easy to play guitar. You know, if I happen to be sitting while I'm playing, which is a bit of time, you know, you don't have any arms to get in the way, so it's pretty cool. Anyway, I wanted to show those aspects as well.